Welcome to NET JRF Scholars YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have looked at the Indian grammarians along with the important concepts such as Ashtadhyaya and Nirukta, along with 11 most important Indian grammarians and their respective works in Sanskrit. In this video, we are looking at the most important topic from where UGC regularly asks questions from. Before that, here in this video, I have made the slides as they are useful for you to copy the text from the slides into your notes for revision. Okay, we will look at the Karaka relations one by one. First, we will try to understand what is a Karaka relation. So, Karaka refers to the semantic relationship between a verb and the participants or arguments involved in an action. So, it means that in every sentence, there is a verb, there is a subject, and there is an object. The relationship exists between the verb and the object, verb and the subject, and any other arguments which are basically noun phrases has some connection or the relation with the noun. These relations are called Karaka relations. So, these Karaka relations answers the questions such as who did what, to whom, by what, from where, for whom, and where. So, basically, the relation is as follows: verb plus argument resulted into a Karaka relation between these two. For example, as you can see here, Ram cuts the apple with a knife. If you see, the cut has a relation with the subject and direct object and indirect subject. So, we will first try to understand 6 most important types of Karaka relations one by one so that we can easily understand the relationship between the verb and the respective arguments or the noun phrases. First is Karta, which simply means agent. In other words, doer of the action. I have given same examples for all the Karaka relations in a big sentence, that is, Ram gives a book to Sita with a pen in the classroom for a teacher. Focus on the structure of the sentence, okay, rather than the meaning of the sentence. So that then only we will be able to establish the all 6 relationship with this one particular sentence, okay, and you can understand better. So here, the complete action of giving book to Sita is done by the Ram. So the Karta of the whole action is the Ram. So who performs the action? This is the question that we need to ask to know the Karta or the agent of the action. The answer is what the Karta. Next, karma. It refers to the entity affected by the action. So in the same example, Ram gives a book to Sita with a pen in a class for the teacher. So the object here is a book. What is given is the question we need to ask to find out the karma. The answer is the karma. Here in this case it is a book. Next, we have Karana, which means an instrument, means through which an action is performed. In the same sentence, if we ask the question with what, so with a pen. So the pen is the Karana of the action. Next, we have Sampradana, basically the recipient of the action. In the same sentence, the recipient is Sita. So the question to find out the Sampada is to whom, and the answer Sita is Sampradana. Next, we have Apadana, that is source or the purpose. In this case, the source, to find out the source or the Apadana, we need to ask the question, that is for whom. So for the teacher is the Apadana of the action. And next we have Adhikarana, which refers to the location of the action. Okay, to find out the location of the action, we need to ask ourselves the question of where. So the answer is classroom. So the classroom is Adhikarana of the action, which is location. So these are the 6 most important Karaka relations. Here, having given the summary, so what is the question, what is the participants or the argument, and what is the Karaka relation. So Ram is the who performed the action and he is Karta. Book is what is given, that is karma. Pen, with what the action is taking place, that is Karna. Sita is to whom the action is performed for, that is Sampradana or the recipient. Next, teacher, that is for whom, that is Apadana relationship. And last, classroom is the way, that is to find out the location of the action, that is Adhikarana. So they ask in the examination by giving a sentence and what is the relationship that exists between the verb or the noun, or else they'll ask about what type of relation the noun Ram has, pen has, teacher has. Okay, so they do not go outside of these 6 relations in the examination. So please take note of this relation into your notebook. You can just directly copy from the slides, as I made the slides for the purpose of notes. So it's become easy for you to revise by copying the text from these slides. So in the next video, we're going to look at the segmentals futures in phonetics. Okay, we are not studying unit wise here. We are mixing up the concepts from all the 10 units. Okay, because the questions are not in the linear order, so we need to learn in a non-linear order so that our brains learn the capacity of shifting from the one area to another area within the linguistics. Otherwise the brain cannot shift from one concept to or one area of linguistics to other area of linguistics in the examination. If we do non-linear approach in the preparation, so it's easy for our brain to adopt the conditions of the examination. That's why I'm releasing the videos irrespective of the units, but I'm providing the playlist unit wise, but I suggest you to follow the order of the release of the videos rather than the playlist. So thank you. Please subscribe to our channel NetJRF Scholars for the upcoming videos on linguistics, UGC NET Paper 2. Thank you.